Sometimes we can be unbelievably hard on ourselves. The term "you are your own greatest critic" is pretty much a cliche at this point. But for a majority of us, it's true. When things don't go our way, whether big or small, it's very easy to fall into the trap of self-pity. And sometimes that self-pity can turn to self-hatred real quick. That voice inside your head is vicious. Just imagine if you talk to your friends that way. So I wanted to let you know that you're a useless human being. The reason why he tossed you aside is because you're worthless and unlovable.
Okay. I'm gonna go now. Get some help.
Yeah, you won't have any friends anymore. But despite knowing that we should be nicer to ourselves, it's definitely easier said than done. So today, let's take a look at how we can cope when that voice inside our head starts freaking out.
I am literally the most annoying person on the planet. Oh my god, of course nobody likes me.
I know it's really hard to break out of a downward spiral, but for me, what has really helped is to remove myself from the thoughts.
My friends probably all hate me. They're just too nice to say anything about it.
Recognize that voice inside your head is just a voice. It's not always right. In fact, it's wrong most of the time if we're being honest. But the distress is real. What can really help is to let that voice vent, but looking at it from the point of view of an observer.
What am I doing with my life? What have I accomplished? Nothing. The answer is nothing.
Sure, the easier thing to do is to distract ourselves and stay busy. Trust me, been there, done that. But ignoring the voice doesn't help. The more we push it down and try to run away from it, the louder it gets.
You know the reason why he doesn't like you as much as you like him is because you're a useless piece of...
You're a disappointment to your mother. Do you know that? You're a lost cause. Everyone hates you. You'll never be good. Okay, you know what? That's it. Come on.
It's not going to be easy. In fact, it may be one of the hardest things you ever do in your life. But to break out of that cycle, you have to sit down with that voice and face it.
Are you okay? Obviously not.
This is called being mindful, staying in the present rather than pushing that voice aside and hoping it will go away on its own. Because, spoiler alert, it doesn't. I know, annoying. But the longer we keep it inside ourselves, the more likely it is to turn to anger, self-loathing, anxiety, and depression. It's kind of ironic that to deal with the pain, we have to feel the pain. But think of it this way. When our bodies get sick or injured, we would drop everything else to deal with that first. Achy medicine, surgery, anything to take the pain away, even if the treatment itself sucks. The same goes to our mental health. When you do sit down with yourself, and the key is to sit in the observer seat, don't get tangled up in all of that, you'll see that those thoughts, those fears, are just that. Thoughts and fears. Your limiting beliefs. But whether you believe in them or not, it's up to you.
I'll never be successful.
And you believe that because... When you observe that voice from a neutral point of view, you can start to see where it comes from, and perhaps even pinpoint the root of it. Most of the times, our limiting beliefs, the most common ones being, I'm not good enough, I'm unlovable, I don't have what it takes to be successful, I am poor, will always remain so, stems from our childhood. Our brains embody those beliefs to the point where they became embedded into our subconscious. And whatever our subconscious believes becomes our reality. The human mind is powerful. You are powerful. Whatever you believe in is true. Every human sees the world from their own perspectives, and whatever you believe in, you're going to find evidence to back it up. This is called confirmation bias. So if you think you're not good enough, your brain is going to focus on everyone else's highlight reel and convince yourself that you'll never be that good, that successful, that beautiful, that loved, whatever. But in reality, you're just comparing your level 1 with everyone else's level 100. You can get there too, but only if you think you can. You gotta be nice to yourself when things don't go your way. Now, I'm not talking about self-pity, which is when we say things like, life is unfair, why does everything bad always happen to me? Rather, it's talking to yourself like you're talking to someone you love. For instance, if your best friend or your sibling or your child is going through what you're going through, how will you respond? What will you say?
You're an awesome human being, you know that? I know sometimes things don't work out and it sucks, but that doesn't make you any less of a worthy person.
The journey to self-love is not a straight line. It's messy. There will be days when you feel great about yourself and days when you don't. That's normal and that's okay. What's important to remember is that the dark times won't last forever. Now, here's a little secret. Well, not a secret at all really. You are here. You are alive. You are conscious. That's nature, God, the universe, whatever resonates with you is just proof that you are worthy. You are enough. You deserve to be here. You deserve to be loved. And you, precious stardust, deserve to be happy.